Yes, I did get a new shirt. And yes, I did guarantee I filmed today so people could see it. It's like a week into September. I don't even remember what I did in August. But let's talk about it anyway. August. When it comes to thing I rewatched, I really think it's just kind of like a handful of things. Like I rewatched The Nice Guys and Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey with my fiance. I rewatched Bogus Journey in preparation for Face the Music, which I still have not seen yet, and it's driving me bonkers. I've been wanting to watch it since they announced it, and it's finally out, and I just haven't had time to sit down and watch it. It's driving me nuts. Hopefully by the time this is up, I will have seen it, but we don't know. And The Nice Guys, it was just nice to revisit it. It's so good. And then there are a handful of things that I watched that I'm not sure if they fell on the August side or September side, because I did rewatch the Lizzie McGuire movie because of Bionic Pig's video on it, because yikes, why are you sending a bunch of 14-year-olds to Rome with a single chaperone? I don't know. It's a questionable decision. But it's a banging movie. I definitely remembered being like super into it as a kid, and it was just like the best. Did I finish Axiom's End? I did finish it like 2 days ago, so it was technically something I finished in September, so I'll have a different video where I talk about it some more. But this month ended up being a really good month for music. I listened to a ton of new music courtesy of my brother. My brother has very exquisite taste in music, and so I ended up listening to a bunch of his recommendations, including El Dorado and Discovery from Electric Light Orchestra, both of which are stunning albums that demonstrate just how cohesive and inventive the band was. I also listened to The King of Limbs from Radiohead, which is probably my favorite Radiohead album to date, although I do still really enjoy the band. Kid A. I also listened to Kid A. I can't believe I forgot that one, but that one's super good. That one has really good tracks, such as Idiotech, which is probably my favorite from that album, but it also has Motion Picture Soundtrack and How to Disappear Completely, which are also both really good tunes. Yes, all the other albums I listened to have been in the month of September, so I can't talk about them this month, but I will next month. There are also, so another song that I probably listened to in September, but I want to talk about it now, is Hey Jude, because I had gone 23 years of my life without listening to the song Hey Jude. I hadn't even come across it on the radio even. And so I finally gave it a listen, and for those of you who still don't know the context of the song, Paul McCartney wrote it for Julian Lennon when John and Cynthia were divorcing, and so it's meant to be a song for Julian. And I wasn't expecting to be crying at my desk at 9 a.m. because holy smokes, this song is written for like a 5-year-old. It's really heavy to put in lines like, don't be afraid, don't carry the world on your shoulders. It's just like, it's been such a good month for emotive pieces and cathartic cries. We're going to keep that train going through September. We're just going to have so many cathartic crying sessions. We've already had a dozen or so. It's great. But what's on the docket for September? Bill and Ted Face the Music, obviously. I am currently reading Yiddish Policeman's Union by Michael Chabon. I had read this when I was probably 13 or 14, and I was not necessarily the right age to appreciate it. But now that I'm reading it now, I enjoy it way more. But I also hope to go through... See, here's the thing. This is the sum total of my sister's influence upon me. Now, I've already read this big boy right here, but as you can see, I have many more options to choose from. Will I be reading any of these in September? It's hard to say. If I do read any, it'll probably be this one, which is The Beatles Lyrics by Hunter Davies, or Dreaming the Beatles by Rob Sheffield. But I'm also leaning towards reading this Paul McCartney biography by Philip Norman, who also wrote a biography about John Lennon that I'm hoping to read whenever I can acquire it. But as you can see, my sister has ruined me, and I can't thank her enough. But then I also have Burning Down the House by Tim Moore, which is about Germany right before the fall of the Berlin Wall, and about like the punk movement that helped kind of motivate some political activism down there. But yeah, this is a relatively quick recap because for the life of me, August hit me like a brick wall. It was just so awful. Like, I did get engaged. That was definitely a highlight of August. But the rest of the month, especially towards the back end of it, just got so busy and bogged down that I really didn't have time to, like, write down anything, to keep track of anything. So I'm flying by the seat of my pants trying to figure it out. And so hopefully September's going to be a little bit better, a little bit gentler, a little bit cleaner, and we'll have a bit of a longer recap then. That was August. I have high hopes for September. There are a ton of movies that are on their way to coming out, and I think that'll be fun. I started working on a new project that'll be a longer form video that I'm excited to put out hopefully in November, because I still have to collect all of the clips and finish the script and all of that. So that'll be fun. I'm excited. I'm learning to play the guitar again. I bought a Beatles chord book and I'm going through that, and I've been working on Yellow Submarine, and trying to think of what it is. You're gonna say you love me too. How good. I should have known better. We're learning that one, and it's a lot of fun. And Eleanor Rigby, we're also practicing that. So maybe when I get them primed where I want them, I may throw up the practice video that I had been taking of myself just to see if people enjoy that. Who knows? But yeah, that was August. Here's to September. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I really appreciate it. See you next month. Bye.